Bob with the Perfect Patty Shaperz, and today we're going to do another video, and this video is going to be making a chili burger, and it's going to be fun. This is our recipe of chili, so it's already going to be delicious, but we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road because I'm getting hungry just looking at this stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is I went ahead and didn't want to bore you, so I went ahead and did some pre-ground burger out of a sirloin and a brisket. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some of these jalapeno peppers in here, and I'm going to go ahead and mix it up just a little bit. You don't want to mix much. You know, we've always talked about you don't want to overwork the meat. So I'll get this going, and then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put some salt on here. Make sure you give it a good go, because that salt really brings out the flavor. A little pepper. I'm going to give it another little toss. Okay, that looks good. And now I'm gonna start using this Perfect Patty Shaper. I'm gonna just grab some of this meat out of here. I'm gonna try to make sure that I get some of this stuff in here nice and even. Oh boy, that looks pretty delicious, doesn't it? Almost looks like a kind of a stuffed burger. But so we'll get that. And let's go ahead and take the Perfect Patty Shaper plunger and go ahead and see if we got what we want here. You know, that looks pretty good. You can always put more in there if you want. So then I just put down on there, and look at that. Oh, yes. So now I'm going to go ahead and obviously take out the easy operating mold, and then I'm going to peel this off of the other side of the cuber, as you can see. Oh yeah. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit this thing again. A little salt. Put a little oil in that pan just to get a little extra flavor. I put a little olive oil on there. So if you don't mind, okay, so we're going to make up another burger here. I'm going to throw some meat in here. Make sure that's on. I'm going to smash it in there again. And then I'll take this off of our other part of our cuber. Well, let's get this thing scooted over. It's kind of taking up all the room there. Look how nice that is. I kind of made that one a little fast, but now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to this. I hope you like this, because it sure really looks yummy. But just so you know, I'm going to do a little taste test when we're done, and I'll give you a good idea about what it's going to taste like. So I'm going to scoot this one over, and we're going to make this one the star of the show. I'm going to just let that baby just keep on cooking. And then as I feel like that's really gotten, you know, a nice crust on the bottom, I'm going to flip it over, and then we'll get ready to start to, you know, finish up this recipe. Okay, so I'm about a few minutes in here. I'm just gonna show you. We get a couple of things out of the way here. I'm just gonna show you what's gonna happen next while we're waiting. Here's that delicious chili that's on there. Some more ground beef. You know, that chili's really good. And you know, there's all kinds of things that you can do to this burger. You know, we're trying to stay by the recipe, but if you really like good Cajun stuff, I'm going to show you a couple of things I like to do. This stuff right here is delicious to go on a burger. So if you're going to make a, you know, a Mexican burger, or you're going to make a Louisiana burger, you know, there's, you know, once you get this recipe, there's a whole bunch of different things that you can do. It's up to you. So, you know, you might come up with some of your own recipes. And if you do, make sure that you share them. That would be awesome. So that's about a few minutes in. I always like to really watch these burgers, but you know what? I'm always impressed with just how round and good looking that hamburger is. You know, you can do it by hand, but what happens when you're shaping that burger by hand, you're squishing the meat and you're rolling it all around. And what ends up happening is you're basically squishing all of those fibers in all these different directions. And what it does is it causes the hamburger to lose its shape. And so why you want a shaper, because it automatically, you know, puts everything into this bowl. And when you push down on it, put some pressure on it with the cubers, it really helps align those fibers and gives you you know, an appealing look on the product that you have. So we were at 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to give that one more minute, and then I'm gonna flip it over. Okay, so I'm starting to see some of the liquid coming out of the top here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip this over. Oh yeah. I'm going to go ahead and pop this one over too. Why not? So that's cooking up real nice now. We're going to keep an eye on it. And if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and start getting ready to set myself up to plate this. You can see we've got a real nice toasted bun here. That's going to lay right in there. I've got some Parmesan cheese fresh that we grated. I'm going to do a couple of things with it. I like it melted on the hamburger, so I'm going to put some on the hamburger. And then once we add our chili, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more to that, because I'm crazy about Parmesan cheese. I mean, I don't think you can put enough on there. So that's my story. So we got a few more minutes to go. We'll let this thing cook up, and then we'll get ready to plate this. One of the other really good things about this is, because you took that meat and you ground it yourself, you don't have to have this cooked, you know, well done at 160 degrees. And that's always the safe thing to do when you're cooking hamburgers, but a good fresh steak, a lot of people like it a little red inside, so I get that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start putting a little bit of my Parm cheese on there. And if you don't mind, I always like to get that melted quickly. always just throw a little tap over that thing and let it do its job. Oh man, that looks so friggin' good. Okay, that's gonna get a little warm, so I'm gonna get something to take that off of that. Let's see how it's doing. Oh, yes. That's delicious. Okay. I would say that that little baby is just asking for somebody to chomp into it. So then we're going to plate the burger. Wow, that thing's bigger than the bun. And then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get this chili, and here it goes. Oh yeah, you might want to watch this in slow-mo. Look at all that good chili on the top of that. Oh wow, 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 wow. That looks crazy good. So then that's what I said is I've got to throw some more of this on there. Look at that, baby. Now that's fun. You're not going to get this at a restaurant. I mean, you're gonna definitely not going to get something like this at a restaurant. This is homemade goodness, what this is. I'm going to smash that down a little bit. That looks incredible. That looks like it came out of a 5-star restaurant. Here we go. Let's go ahead and give it the real test. Are you ready? Oh man. Excuse me. We knocked this out of the park. This is probably, I'm gonna have to say, sits real high on the list of one of my favorites. I'm just gonna have to cut this video, and I'm gonna see if I can't take a few more bites of this and really savor what's going on there. But do me a favor. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, give us some feedback on what you think about these recipes, and make sure that you shoot out a comment on once you make these, just how good it really is. Because a lot of times what you see on videos is everybody's always saying, oh, this is great, oh, it was delicious. You have to experience it for yourself. So we're going to sign off, and you have a blessed day.